Right now, dealerships are running $2,500 to $4,000 off leftover 2025 Tellurides, financing as low as 0.9%. Those deals look good on paper, but before you sign anything, you need to understand what you'd actually be giving up, because what Kia just put in showrooms is not a mild update. It's a ground-up, second-generation redesign on a new platform. And once you see what changed, that discount might feel a lot less like savings. Here are 7 reasons the 2027 Kia Telluride changes the entire conversation. Reason 7. Kia killed an entire model year. Let's start with the most unusual story in Telluride history. There is no 2026 model. Kia didn't produce one. They went dark for a full calendar year rather than put a slightly updated version of the old car on lots while the new one was being finished. Think about what that move signals. Automakers skip model years for exactly one reason. What's coming is so different, selling the old one next to it would be embarrassing. That's a company that believed in its own product enough to walk away from a year of revenue. That level of commitment either pays off massively, or it blows up in the automaker's face. In this case, it paid off. Reason 6, the V6 is gone. Meet the Turbo 4. Here's the change generating the most heat online. Kia retired the 3.8-liter V6 that Telluride fans loved for 6 years. In its place, a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, making 274 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. Yes, you lose 17 horsepower, and some people are treating that like a funeral, but they're focusing on the wrong number. You actually gain 49 pound-feet of torque compared to the old V6. Torque is what you feel when you merge onto a highway, pass a semi, or pull a loaded trailer. That low-end grunt arrives earlier and hits harder in the new turbo engine. Edmunds tested the gas version from 0 to 60 in 8.1 seconds on a track. Slightly slower than the V6, but real-world responsiveness? Most reviewers say it actually feels more alive under normal driving conditions, especially in city traffic and at highway speeds under 60. Still not convinced? Wait until you hear about what happens when you go hybrid. Reasons 5. First ever hybrid. 35 miles per gallon in a 3-row SUV. For the first time in Telluride history, there's a proper hybrid powertrain. Not a mild hybrid. A full 2.5-liter turbo hybrid system, pairing the new engine with electric motors for a combined 329 horsepower and 339 pound-feet of torque. More power than the old V6, more torque. 0 to 60 in around 5.8 seconds in a 3-row family SUV. But the number that actually matters to your monthly budget? 35 miles per gallon combined. Compared to the 2025 V6's 23. That's a 50% improvement in fuel economy overnight. Over 5 years of typical ownership, you're looking at roughly $4,000 to $6,000 in fuel savings depending on your mileage. The hybrid premium pays for itself, and then some. Kia estimates up to 600 miles of range on a full tank. That's something no competitor in this class can currently match. Reasons 4. Bigger body, better third row. The 2027 Telluride physically grew. The wheelbase stretched 2.7 inches, overall length is up 2.3 inches, and height increased slightly. Those numbers aren't marketing padding, they translate directly into livable space for real humans. Second row legroom now measures 43 inches, up from 42.4. Third row legroom hits 32.1 inches, up from 31.4. On paper, those gains look modest. In practice, a third row that fits actual adults rather than just apologizing for existing is genuinely rare at this price point. Cargo behind the third row grows to 22.3 cubic feet, up from 21.0 in the old model. And Kia added a folding luggage table, built-in ruler markings, and a removable partition in the cargo area. Small details. But the kind of details that make a 7-hour road trip with 4 bags and 3 kids feel manageable instead of chaotic. Reasons 3. Dual 12.3-inch screens, standard, everywhere. The interior of the 2027 Telluride is a full rebuild. Walk up to any trim, including the base LX, and you're greeted by a seamless dual-screen panel, a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster paired with a 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen. No analog dials hiding behind a budget trim level. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are now standard across the entire lineup. The old Telluride required a cable, not anymore. You get an AI-powered voice assistant that handles navigation, meal suggestions, and real-time questions conversationally. There are 7 USB-C ports distributed throughout the cabin. Dual wireless charging pads are standard between the front seats, rubberized so your phones don't slide off mid-turn. Digital key functionality lets you lock, unlock, and start the car from your phone. And the exterior? Motorized pop-out door handles, the same EV-style flush handles you've seen on the EV6 and EV9. Give the whole car a genuinely premium presence that cars costing $20,000 more struggle to match. US News scored it 9.5 out of 10 in its midsize SUV category. That's not a rounding error, that's dominance. Reasons 2. The X Pro trim goes off-road for real. The 2027 lineup adds something Telluride buyers never had before, a serious off-road trim. The X Pro raises ground clearance to 9.1 inches. It adds terrain modes for snow, mud, and sand. An electronic rear-limited slip differential comes standard. All-terrain tires ship from the factory. This is the first Telluride you'd actually take on a dirt road without feeling nervous about it. If you've been watching Bronco Sport and 4Runner owners disappear off the pavement while your crossover stayed on the highway, that excuse is officially gone. The X Pro also gives you a completely distinct visual identity. Aggressive front fascia, blacked out trim, lifted stance. It's the Telluride for people who actually use their SUVs like SUVs. Reasons 1. The actually a deal price. Now the real question every buyer is sitting with. Dealers are offering $2,500 to $4,000 off 2025 Tellurides with low financing. That's a real incentive. So is it smarter to grab the deal? Here's the honest breakdown. The 2025 is the last V6 Telluride. If that engine matters to you, man, it's a legitimate preference. The discounted 2025 isn't a bad car. Last-of-a-kind V6 models historically hold resale value well as that generation ages. There's a pattern here. The last Chrysler Pacifica 5 the final Pentastar Durango. Collectors and loyalists drive those prices up over time. But if you're keeping this vehicle for 5 to 10 years, you're locking yourself into a smaller platform, older infotainment, a cabin that's measurably tighter, no hybrid option, and 23 miles per gallon, right at the exact moment the replacement became better in nearly every category. The 2027 Telluride gas model starts at $39,190 before destination. The hybrid starts at $46,490. Once you net out that 2025 dealer discount and factor in fuel savings on the hybrid, the price gap closes faster than you'd think. The math isn't as clean as the dealership makes it sound. The 2027 Kia Telluride isn't a facelift. It's a statement. Kia killed a model year, rebuilt a platform, introduced the first hybrid in Telluride history, and delivered one of the most complete SUV redesigns this segment has seen in a decade. The real question was never, should you wait for the 2027? It's already here. The question is whether you understand everything that changed before you walk into that dealership. Now you do. Drop a comment below.